My first job at Oakwood was working in the med-surg department on the 3rd floor as a new graduate. That was probably only the 3rd time I had been at Oakwood. I had been there to visit people that had been sick, and my mother had surgery there, and I was in awe of the doctors and the nurses there, and that's when I decided that was what I wanted to do.
We actually started together on a med-surg floor, and she was the afternoon shift, I was the midnight shift. There was a whole group of us that were very young and had just started together, and it was a huge amount of responsibility, and it was scary.
We spent times with our families together outside of work, and we still do, our children, our friends, and so it's just been a long-lasting friendship.
I started in 1974 as a co-op student, and there was a group of 15 of us. They hired 7 of us back, and I was among the 7 to get rehired as a nurse's aide.
I actually started in 1972 as a messenger. A messenger was you went around to every department with a cart and you delivered mail. So I got to know everybody.
I think Debbie's legacy started with her mother. Her mother started when Seaway opened, and she started working there. And then Debbie started working at Seaway when she was 15 years old. And her mother was very well respected and loved by her fellow employees. And now Debbie is loved and very well respected by her colleagues. And how great is that?
I think I was just so astonished when I worked in Foundation, the magnitude of donors and their compassion for these programs that our department sponsors. I just think that was so rewarding to me to learn that process.
And you can't get much closer to Oakwood's mission and vision than working with the community or the foundation or volunteers. And so I think she lives that every day as she comes to work.
The Oakwood culture when I started, and it's still there, I think was just incredible. Knowing that there are always people there that care about you and are there to help you and will always have your back.
You know, I'm still inspired by the people that I work with. They set a good example for me, they set a good example for my coworkers, and it's still something that makes me happy every day.
I love taking care of people. It's part of the compassion that I have within me to be able to express, to take care of someone else. And I just feel good when I go home at the end of the day knowing that I've given my best to make someone else feel better.
Latrell is very dedicated, she's professional, and she's always upbeat and positive. She loves to take care of her patients. She's a very compassionate nurse. You never know that she's got 40 years of experience here.
I hope I'm remembered for how well I took care of my patients. I hope I have left a legacy of compassion and wanting to see a good outcome for my patients.
She's always very respectful. She's an excellent nurse, and she's in tune to diversity, and she owns her responsibilities. She is very reliable, and it's a pleasure to have Latrell on our team.
I guess I'm just glad to be able to, like I said, to help people and to make them feel better.
I would hope that my colleagues would think that my patients always came first, that I was a strong advocate for them, and hopefully I would hope that they think that I was fun to work with.
Kathy is energetic for us. She's very much a team player, always willing to help out, doing circles around, checking on people. She gets a lot of patient comments about her care and compassion. She's very understanding, she takes her time, she works through issues. She likes to work with everybody.
So I think we work as a team, including any offsite. I think we're all proud to be Oakwood.
I would like to think that my colleagues think that I'm a reliable person to work with.
Marie is very hardworking. She is very thorough. She never leaves a stone unturned. She is very calm. She's compassionate and does a great job every day, all day.
I think that the patients that I've treated, I think I've been able to make a lot of them feel more comfortable. Patients seem to appreciate that.
I think it's amazing what 40 years have been. I mean, when we started, there were still metal bedpans. And you know, I mean, and to have come into an era where technology has advanced things so much, and I think that it has helped us also so much in seeing what's wrong with the patient faster and taking care of them better, and yet you've never lost bedside nursing.
I have seen a lot of changes over 40 years. I have learned a lot about surgical procedures, and there are often new things that, you know, that come up.
I never thought I would see the day when they had robotic surgery, but that's become very commonplace here now.
In my experience at Oakwood, being that I started from PCHA, is the work ethic of the employees here at Oakwood. I think it's fabulous.
If a tragedy happens, everybody's there, they're ready to work, they're willing to help, and I think that's the culture of Oakwood. I think that's one of the best things we have going for us, is the employees. They're fabulous.